as under phanerophytes. The figure showing the first picture is of phanerophytes. Their birds are naked or covered with scale and are situated high up on the plant. These life forms include trees, shrubs, and climbers, generally common in tropical climates. Depending upon the size, they may be further subdivided into megaphanerophytes, mesophanerophytes, and microphanerophytes, and the smallest one, nanophanerophytes. Epiphytes are either included in phanerophytes or sometimes they are included in a separate life form. Then the second is chamephytes. Their birds are situated close to the ground surface. They are common at high altitudes. Third category is hemicryptophytes. These are mostly found in cold temperate zone. Their birds are hidden under soil surface, protected by the soil itself. Their roots generally die each year. Examples: most of the biennial and perennial herbs. Then the next category is cryptophytes. Or they may be also known as geophytes. Their birds are completely hidden in the soil as bulbs and rhizomes. Most of them are found in arid zones. Hydrophytes are the cryptophytes whose birds are found below the water surface. Then comes the therophytes. These are seasonal plants completing their life cycle in a single favorable season and remain dormant throughout the rest unfavorable periods of the year in the form of seeds. These are very common in deserts. रोंकियर ने चिरकालिक अंगों की विविधता के आधार पर पादप समुदाय के पौधों को 5 जीवन रूपों में बांटा है: फेनेरोफाइट्स, व्यक्तोद्भिद, केमीफाइट्स, भूतलोद्भिद, तीसरे हेमिक्रिप्टोफाइट्स या अर्ध गुदोद्भिद, क्रिप्टोफाइट्स चौथे गृदोद्भिद एंड थीरोफाइट्स या ऋतोद्भिद। ब्राउन एंड ब्लैंकेट ने रोंकियर के उपयुक्त 5 जीवन रूपों में कुछ परिवर्तन करके इनके 10 समूह बनाए हैं। Classification of plant communities. पादप समुदाय के मुख्य रूप से 3 प्रकार के वर्गीकरण दिए जाते हैं: Padapi, that is the floristic, Rupatmak, physiognomic, and dynamic या गतिकी. A number of classifications communities have proposed from time to time, which are broadly classified under three categories. Classifications based on habitat या growth forms, which are physiognomic. Then classifications based on species dominance, succession as the phytosociological classifications. Among the habitat classifications, plants can be classified as sand dune community, pond community, lake community, and stream community. Among the phytosociological classifications, as many as 5 continental schools of thought have been developed on the community classifications. It requires detailed study of the individual community, also involves many concepts like frequency, dominance, constancy, presence, and fidelity. The 5 geographic classificatory traditions are as follows. First is the Zurich-Montpellier tradition, which belongs to southern Europe. The term association was for the first time used as a unit of community by Humboldt. In this classification, the followers first time use association as a unit of community. An association, the fundamental unit of syn ecology, is a plant community of definite floristic composition presenting a uniform physiognomy and growing in habitat conditions. The second is the Scandinavian tradition, which belongs to the Northern Europe region. The followers of this school considered association as the unit of community. Association is the recurring plant community with homogeneous species composition in which some dominant species essentially occur per annum. This tradition developed in Sweden. Then comes the third tradition, that is the Russian tradition. Different ecologists use the term formations, association, complex, etc. in community classification. However, it could not become much popular, although Sukhachev used association for similar determinant in vegetational organizations and groups with same environmental requirements. Cowell's termed society as a unit of vegetation. He gave importance to habitat and climax. Then comes the fourth tradition, that is the British system. It was mostly influenced by Tansley. This has indeed been a mixed tradition of American and European traditions. In this system, the physiognomic classification and successional trends were given importance. Hence, this system is the mixture of American and European system. Then comes the dynamic classifications. Clements modified the floristic system. He called the climax vegetation in a macroclimatic region as formation. Vegetation with highest development under the existing climate. Each formation was divided into a few associations which were considered units of climax communities. The Clement Association units of vegetation are as follows. First is plant formation. Plant formation is the major unit of vegetation, the climax community. Wherever the vegetation reaches the highest development, becoming more or less stable for more or less definite period under the existing climate, it is called a plant formation. Thus, plant formation is geographically widespread climax vegetation unit growing in uniform climatic conditions. क्लेमेंट्स के अनुसार वनस्पति की विभिन्न इकाइयों के आधार पर समुदाय निम्नांकित रूप से वर्गीकृत किए जा सकते हैं। प्लांट फॉर्मेशन या पादप समासंग यह वनस्पति की सबसे बड़ी इकाई है जिसे चरम समुदाय या क्लाइमेक्स कम्युनिटी कहते हैं। उपस्थित जलवायु कारकों में जब वनस्पति अपने उच्चतम विकास को प्राप्त हो जाती है तो इसे पादप समासंग या प्लांट फॉर्मेशन कहते हैं। इसमें एक से अधिक जातियां प्रभावी होती हैं। पादप समासंग भौगोलिक रूप में फैली हुई समान जलवायु का चरम समुदाय है, अर्थात पादप समासंग समान जलवायु को प्रकट करता है। इसमें प्रभावी पादपों में समान वृद्धि रूप होते हैं। विश्व के प्रमुख समासंग हैं रेन फॉरेस्ट, वर्षावन, डेसिडुअस फॉरेस्ट, पर्णपाती वन, कॉनिफरस फॉरेस्ट, शंकुधारी वन, मैंग्रोव्स, etc. Then comes the plant association. Plant formations occupying a wide extensive area, there may be present several dominant species. Thus, a plant formation may be divided into several associations. In each association, there is present a community which has two or more dominant species. Each smaller community of a plant formation with its two or more dominant species is known as association. पादप सहसंग। पादप सहसंग में कई प्रभावी जातियां होती हैं। दो या अधिक प्रभावी जातियां युक्त पादप महासंघ के छोटे समुदाय को पादप सहसंग या प्लांट एसोसिएशन कहते हैं। एक समासंघ में बहुत से सहसंघ होते हैं। किसी समासंघ में सहसंघों की संख्या समासंघ के समान जलवायु में उपस्थित उप जलवायु कारक सब क्लाइमेट्स के प्रकारों के द्वारा निर्धारित होती है। विभिन्न सहसंघ समान स्वरूप वाले होते हैं। सहसंघ में पाए जाने वाले क्रमिक समुदाय या सीरियल कम्युनिटीज को सहसंघ या एसोसिएस कहते हैं। नेक्स्ट इज प्लांट सोसाइटी और समाज। एक संसंघ में प्रभावी व उप प्रभावी सब डोमिनेंट जातियां होती हैं तथा दोनों जीवन रूप में भिन्न भिन्न होती हैं। ऐसे समुदाय को जिनमें एक या एक से अधिक उप प्रभावी जातियां होती हैं उसे समाज या सोसाइटी कहते हैं। समाज के क्रमक समुदायों को समाजक या सोशीज कहते हैं। Society is a community characterized by one or more subdominant species. In areas with dominance of consociation or fasciation, many other species are found growing in abundance. These species are of indeed local importance, influencing the communities present in the area and are thus called the subdominants. The serial communities are known as socies. Societies are of two general types, aspect society and layer society. So society is an example of dominance within dominance. इकोटोन। प्रकृति में किसी भी पादप समुदाय की स्पष्ट सीमा नहीं होती। किसी समुदाय की सीमा का प्रारंभ या अंत दर्शाने वाली कोई भी स्पष्ट रेखा नहीं होती है। अतः दो समीप के समुदायों के बीच एक ऐसा क्षेत्र होता है जिसमें दोनों समुदाय में पाने जाने वाली पादप जातियां होती हैं। इस क्षेत्र को ट्रांजिशनल जोन या संक्रमण क्षेत्र या तनाव क्षेत्र टेंशन जोन या इकोटोन कहा जाता है। यह क्षेत्र पारिस्थितिक रूप से अति महत्वपूर्ण होता है। इस क्षेत्र में जातियों की संख्या अधिक तथा प्रायः सभी जातियों की सघनता अपने पड़ोसी समुदायों से अधिक होती है। इकोटोन का एक विशेष लक्षण किनारों का सिद्धांत के नाम से जाना जाता है या प्रिंसिपल ऑफ एजेस के नाम से जाना जाता है। Under natural conditions, climatic and physical factors become more adverse as we approach the outer limits of a terrestrial community. Finally, there occurs at a point at which different groups of plants and animals representing another community becomes apparent. In nature, however, there is never distinguishable a point or a sharp line indicating the beginning of one community and end of another. Instead, there is a zone of transition or tension in which the conditions for each of the adjacent communities, पास में रहने वाली communities, become more adverse, and there is usually an intermixing of species from both the communities. Such a region presenting a situation of special ecological interest is known as ecotone or a tension zone. The extent of ecotones is variable. The border between forest and grassland, the bank of a stream running through a meadow, etc., are good examples of ecotones. A general characteristic feature of ecotone is that it has sufficiently greater number of species. The density of most of the species is higher than that in the neighboring communities. This unique general feature of ecotone is known as principle of edges. Daubenmeier has classified ecotone into two types. Abrupt transition zone. This type of ecotone develops due to sudden change in environmental condition like types of soil or soil drainage. And sharp transition zone. This type of ecotone develops due to interaction and competition between the plants. Spectrum. The series of percentage of all the life forms of plants in a community is called biological spectrum. Biological spectrum indicates the climate of the area, and since plants are used in analysis of the spectrum, hence it is also known as phytoclimatic spectrum. Biological spectrum represents the distribution of various life forms in percentile manner. One can prepare biological spectrum of any area by obtaining the percentage value of various plant groups. In the figure, we can see biological spectrum of a desert area. Where the horizontal layers show phanerophytes, chemiphytes, hemicryptophytes, geophytes, and therophytes. With this, we come to an end of the discussion on plant community.